Hey, this is Lori Kilpatrick. At some point, I'm going to have oilsandlife.com up and running, but it's not. So here I am. I am 15 weeks pregnant, and this is kind of a continuation of the last one where I talked about nausea. So I've had 2 cesareans before, and I know that they were just saying what they felt they needed to say to get me to do what they felt I needed to do. But I had a doctor tell me that since I've had a cesarean before, I have a weak spot in my uterus, and at any time it could blow. And I'm like, at any time, I could just be sitting there watching TV, and she's like, yes. And I got up to leave, and my husband dragged me back down. But anyway, I know it wasn't true, but it was said, and I heard it, and it's in there. So when I felt a sharp pain ripple across my lower abdomen, like I panicked for just a second, probably 3. And I went and I looked up like sharp pain across my abdomen, 2nd trimester pregnant, and they talked about round ligament pain and how it's just a thing that as things are moving around down there, it's just going to hurt and it's just going to get worse. And I went to the 4 top sites that came up. I'm not going to list them because you'll find them there too. And they all said that it's just something you have to deal with, and that's that. And I'm like, that's what she said about nausea. So I muscle tested, which if you don't know what that is, give me a call your upline, talk to somebody. I know it's a little kooky dukes, but it works. So we heard that BLM and Agilis taken together was good. So my husband and I were both taking it. We muscle tested. I muscle tested a yes for BLM and a no for Agilis. And he got a no for BLM and a yes for Agilis. So instead of him taking a BLM and an Agilis, he just takes Agilis. And instead of me taking one of each, I just take the BLM. So I do BLM every day. I was at a thing where I heard some really great stuff about this. So I've been slowly increasing. The thing about BLM is that it does have shellfish in it. So if you're allergic to shellfish, don't use it. But there is the Agilis, which is a nice alternative. So they do have these too. Both of these are, like it says, this is a joint support supplement, and this says supports cartilage and joint function. BLM. I don't know, am I allowed to say that? I might not be. So I guess if this needs to be taken down, I'll just redo it. Bones, ligament, and muscles is what that stands for. So another thing with muscles is my husband came home telling me about how he has a friend that has some issues with muscle tightening, and he found that calcium really, really helped for him. Well, we have a person in our life that, anyway, we had a bunch of these. So the Super Cal Plus is a dual action blend to support the structure, integrity, and density of the bones, is what it says on here. It's a calcium supplement. So I started taking a calcium too, which is definitely not going to hurt me. And of course, I always have, hold on. Yeah, Master Formula. I take the Master Formula packets. These are the ones I switch to at night. But I don't know, I kind of always have them on me just in case. Sometimes I'm like, well, I don't know, if I'm feeling extra tired, I might take it before I nap. I just haven't done that yet. I've been sticking to the night because nausea just really, really sucks. So another one I take is sulfurzyme. It contains MSM, which if you want to know what MSM does, oh my gosh, look it up. It is a really good support for lots of stuff. And then another one that I take is AminoWise. And I'm intentionally taking all of these every day, at least once a day. AminoWise helps with muscle recovery and enhances performance. And when I started taking all of these, I was already taking some of them, like the sulfurzyme I take and the BLM I was already taking, but when I added the Super Cal and the AminoWise, I'm more active now than I was before because of what we're doing out on the farm. But and I'll sometimes get and then I'll go take another amino, or I'll go make another AminoWise or another BLM, or excuse me, rest, whichever I think I need to do at that time. And I've only had dull pain since then. Like it'll just be like a take it easy, and then I'll slow down. I have not had a ripping pain in over a week. And I'm more active this week than I was in previous weeks. And it just makes me, I know my first pregnancy when I was 24, I would have been okay, and then I would have just sat, and I wouldn't have stretched, and I wouldn't have been more intentional in which yoga poses I was doing, and I wouldn't have looked for something else. I would have just been like, okay, if everybody's just going to have it, then that's just what I'm going to have. And I would have just settled and had that fear every time. And if I'm fearful about there being something wrong with the scars, I got scar support too. You know, that Regenolone cream. And I mean, there's something out there for everything. And that fear you feel is not necessary. It's not necessary. There's always something that you can do. Always something that you can do. Even if you're in a situation that's like emotionally stressful, you still get to choose how you react to it. Anyway, a question was posted on Facebook about what has Young Living done for you as far as freedom goes. And the best thing that Young Living has done for me is it has freed me from fear. I was very fearful. I thought that this body that was given to me was a mystery to anybody who didn't have a degree. And that's just not true. In fact, I'm really frustrated with some people with a degree who don't want to hear the whole story or don't even ask any questions. And if you start asking questions, you'll be able to see the bigger picture and make connections. And if you're having troubles with that, ask someone else. I mean, there's people out there that have better tools and are seeing from a different point of view. I'm getting off topic and I apologize, but this was kind of big. So if this is like what is happening in the world, or you think of it like a clock, you know, so my view where I stand is like 3 o'clock, and where Eric stands is at 9 o'clock. Okay, we've been together for 20 years. So for the longest time, I expected him to come over to 3 o'clock so that he could see things from my point of view, and he expected me to come over to 9 o'clock so that I could see things from his point of view. But what's really awesome is that when I use my words and we learn how to communicate, I can describe 3 o'clock and the surrounding, and he can describe 9 o'clock and the surrounding, and then I can have a bigger view than just what I can see. It'll kind of flesh it out. And the same thing happens with people. Not one of us was ever put on this world to be alone, on this earth to be alone. We are a part of each other, whether we want to be or not. And what we do affects the people around us. And I am only given a specific set of skills and tools. But when I meet people and hear from people and get to know people and join groups, all of a sudden, I have access to all of these views and tools that I never would have by myself. And I couldn't do this or be here right now if I hadn't had stretched and grown and learned and been hurt and had all sorts of bad things happen too. But they don't negate from the good things that have happened to help me see things more clearly. Sorry to be all, but it changes everything. Like, I was scared to say anything because I didn't want you to think badly of me. I don't even know who's watching this. You think whatever you want. That doesn't change who I am or what I do. So I love you. I'm proud of you. If you're struggling with something, you do not have to. I'm not saying that oils are going to fix everything. I'm just saying that they are a wonderful tool to have to support your body. That's all. Okay. Have a beautiful and blessed day, and thanks for watching.